Imagine making $200,000 a month by doing something that most people avoid at all costs: picking up dog poop. Yeah, you heard that right. And the kicker? This guy started the business working less than 10 hours a week. How did he pull that off? And could you do it too? Stick around, because we're diving into a business so simple, yet so profitable, it might just be your next side hustle. Imagine a world where running a business doesn't require a huge investment of time, a complicated product, or even a huge team. Now, picture this. You're running a business that essentially thrives on simplicity, yet has the potential to bring in massive profits. That's exactly what William Milliken did with his business, Swoop Scoop. Now, let me set the stage for you. William Milliken and his team are in the business of picking up dog poop, and they've turned that gross job into a lucrative service that brings in over $200,000 a month. You might be thinking, wait, picking up dog poop is a business? And the answer is absolutely. But here's the kicker. This business doesn't rely on massive overhead, expensive tools, or complex strategies. It's a business built on recurring revenue and scalability. Will started by offering a simple service: poop scooping. That's it. But the key here is how he built systems and processes that made it repeatable, reliable, and profitable. He tapped into an underserved market, figured out how to acquire customers through simple but effective marketing tactics, and created a seamless experience for his clients. Whether it's one dog or 10, Swoop Scoop makes it easy for pet owners to enjoy a clean yard without ever having to lift a finger. This business model is shockingly simple. All Will needed was a $175 investment for equipment, basically some basic cleaning tools and disinfectant, and boom, he was in business. And while the concept of scooping dog poop may sound strange, it's the recurring revenue that makes this business model so attractive. Once customers are on board, they're often locked in for the long term, paying a monthly fee for weekly or bi-weekly service. But here's where it gets even better: the scalability. The more customers Will picks up, the easier it is to hire employees to help handle the growing demand. The demand is constant, and because it's a service-based business, there's no need for inventory or complicated supply chain. The formula is simple: acquire customers, provide a top-notch service, and scale up. To further set the stage, consider this. In just 3 months, Will had already built a customer base of 350 people. Think about how incredible that is. In the early days, it wasn't about complex strategies. It was about showing up, providing a clean and reliable service, and establishing trust with his customers. Once the system was in place, all Will had to do was keep running the machine and let the revenue flow in. Now, let's dig deeper into how this business works, the systems that made it successful, and how you can replicate his success. We're going to explore everything from the basic tools needed to get started, to the marketing strategies that brought in the first wave of customers, to the automation systems that allowed Will to scale without burning out. It's a business that doesn't require a ton of capital or prior experience to start. But with the right approach, it can generate serious revenue. Let's break down the numbers. To hit $100,000 in revenue, all you need is to land 2 customers a week. That's it. Seriously. Once you have a decent client base, the recurring payments start rolling in month after month. It's a business that practically runs itself once you set up the system. And guess what? Will's business is not just surviving. It's thriving, with over $200,000 a month in revenue during peak seasons. And because it's recurring revenue, it's easy to project profits and scale up. He went from working solo to having a full team of 20 employees. He says his business still runs smoothly even if he takes off for months at a time. What makes this business model so genius? Well, it's simple. Low startup costs, minimal overhead, and huge profit margins. His equipment costs less than $200. And as far as expenses go, There's no inventory to manage, no big overhead costs like renting office space or dealing with suppliers. It's basically just you, your truck, and your employees out there cleaning up after dogs. But of course, no success story comes without its challenges. In the beginning, Will had no idea how seasonal this business was. He thought summer would be the busiest time, but it's actually the winter months when all the snow melts and the mess really piles up. Early on, they also had a few mishaps with trucks getting totaled. But Will and his business partner Levi learned how to adapt quickly. One thing he regrets? Not going all in from the start. Initially, he treated this as a side hustle, but once he saw the demand, he realized just how much potential this business had. So how can you get in on this? Well, it's simpler than you think. Start by offering your services for free to family and friends to get your first few customers. You don't need a fancy website or logo at first. What you do need is a way to get in front of your audience. Facebook groups, local Google listings, and word of mouth will get you there. Once you've got a few clients, it's time to scale. Use tools like Google Ads and Facebook Ads to target dog owners in your area. Your main goal here is to build that recurring customer base so that every month, the money just keeps rolling in. What can you take away from Will's story? First, don't wait for everything to be perfect. Take action. Even a simple business like pooper scooping can become a gold mine if you focus on the right things. And remember, you don't need $1 million investment to start. You just need an idea, a little hustle, and the willingness to learn along the way. So if you ever wondered if you could turn a simple idea into a profitable business, let Will's story be the proof that it's totally possible. And who knows, maybe the next big thing is just one scoop away. Like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. And let us know, what's the weirdest business idea you think can actually work? Catch you in the next one.